Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, Tomcat Stitchery. I'm Whitney. I hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday today. And I had four things that I made from Destashify fabrics this month. So I'm showing you what I've made from April's fabrics, and then I want to show you two fabrics that I have grabbed, which are right here. Two fabrics that I grabbed for May. No, I said that wrong. This is May's fabrics. No, I got these in April. These are the fabrics I got in May, so you'll see them in June. Okay, holy moly. It's finals week in our house, and my brain is on freshman biology and French 1 and algebra 1 and 2, depending on the kid. I am all over the place, people. But I have four beautiful things to show you, three of which I made for myself, one I made for my daughter. Yeah, so let's dig in. Let's get into this, shall we? Okay, so I'm gonna first show you what I made with April's fabrics, and then I'm gonna show you May's fabrics. There, I said that correct. And we'll just start with what I made for my daughter. Okay, I grabbed this beautiful rayon Chalet. I'll come close so you can kind of see the beautiful print on there. Isn't that beautiful? And the aquas. There is, I don't know if it's black or navy, but this is a viscose Chalet or a rayon Chalet that I got from Destashify, and all four of these came from Lois, the same seller. Thank you, Lois. And yeah, and I grabbed this one knowing that it would be for my daughter. She has a lot of greens in her color palette. Her eyes are green, so I knew that this would be perfect. This pattern is McCall's 8198. I'll pop a picture of the pattern. I'm pretty sure that's the number of it. And I had grabbed this one, gosh, at a Something Delightful sale a little while ago because she loves a good collared shirt. She loved the cropped options. In fact, I'm also making her view A. I think this is view C. I'm also making her view A right now. Actually, I have made it. I'm making a few adjustments for her preference. But yes, this is the tie front version. So this is view C. Obviously, you can see I don't have it tied at the moment, but she's got it tied in the picture. I made her a size 8. I lengthened the body of this by 1 inch. So she has a very long torso, but someone had also told me that this came up short on them. And I can't remember if they said they had a long torso as well, but I lengthened this by 1 inch, which is typically what I would do for her. So just know, as cropped as you're seeing this has been lengthened 1 inch. And there's no lengthen and shorten line on the pattern. So I had to just kind of come up with where I wanted it and lengthened it there. The bust shaping all happens just because there's a lot of width in the front of the shirt. In one of the views, you have elastic that gathers it back in at the waist. This does have back darts, although now that we have I've tried this on her and you're seeing it on her, she's decided she wants it a little bit more fitted. So the view A it cinches in with elastic, and she loves the way that looks. So I was just going to increase the darts in the back, but she also loves how blousy it is. So what I think I'm gonna do is I think I'm going to unpick the hem here, because I only have it, I'd serged it and just turned it under once to finish off the hem. I'm gonna unpick from just on this side of the side seams on each side, and I think I'm going to sew in elastic, like serge it onto the raw edge and then turn it under just the once and top stitch that in place, because that'll keep everything, you know, all one, but just have the elastic in the back to cinch that in the way that she wants it to be cinched in. So I do think I'm gonna make that adjustment. I'll let you know how that goes. But this has the nice big bishop sleeve. It gets gathered in with elastic at the wrists. It has the beautiful collar. It's not a button up, so it's finished. It's just got a seam here that the collar gets finished off into. She loves it, and I think it looks really great with her white shorts and all the high-waisted stuff that she loves to wear. And this lightweight fabric I think is gonna be wonderful in the summer to have something with a sleeve when the sun is a little too much. We were at a very cloudy soccer game yesterday, and both of us got color, even though we had on sunscreen. So, you know, we both burn really easily. So I think this is gonna be a great option for her once I make that little tweak to the back. And yeah, I can show you guys when I do that. But she loves this. I think it's great. So you may be seeing more versions of this in the future. I think maybe for the next version, I cut this one and the other one out at the same time. I may raise the neckline, like just 1 inch, just to make it a little bit more comfortable for her. But that's the only thing that I would do. And by raise the neckline, you sew to a certain dot, which is where you stop on both the facing and the front. I'll just raise that dot up an inch and just stop there. So it's a very easy thing to fix. And honestly, I could go in and do that if I unpicked a little bit of that and then did that. Or I could just go in with a hand ladder stitch and just kind of close that up a little bit. So I could still do that. We'll see. Okay, next top. This fabric is stunning. I think I had 1 yard and 5/8 of this. It is a viscose crepe. It is beautiful quality. Beautiful. I love the color. I love the print. Everything about this fabric was just perfection. It was great to work with. And I knew I wanted to make a shirt with it, like a woven t-shirt. And I have had the Cashmere Patterns Montrose top for quite a while now. In fact, I even had it in the 12 to 30 size range when it first came out. A 12 is just a little bit big on the shoulders on me. And there was always just something a little bit off. I never made this in the size 12, but on the other patterns that I'd made from theirs. Now, when they released everything in the 0 to 32 size range, a 10 is perfect, which that tells me I do have to grade out to a 12 at the waist, but that tells me I was just a little big in the shoulders, and just that one size was what was throwing things off for me, I think. So this is perfect, but I pulled this out mostly because Cashmere's May pattern of the month is the Alton, and it's similar, actually the body of it looks a lot like the Rhapsody, but it's got these gorgeous pleated sleeves that are just beautiful. But all the pieces of the Alton fit with the Montrose and back, and same thing. And I repurchased the Montrose when it came out in the lower size range, so glad I did. I did not have enough of this fabric to make the Montrose with the Alton sleeve. The Alton sleeves take like an entire yard of fabric on their own. So I'm like, well, I'll just go ahead and try the base pattern of this, and we'll see if I need any fit adjustments or how I like it. It's perfect right off the bat. I did just like the elbow length sleeve. I did the straight back, which actually has a keyhole back. I omitted that, and this goes over my head perfectly. I did do the lower, there's 2 different neck options. There's a little bit higher neck and a lower neck, although her higher necks are meant for large busts. So her higher necks are not like, you know, right up here. But with the lower neck, I was able to omit the keyhole back and it was fine. There's also a version that has a yoke with a little bit fuller back if you wanted something just kind of fun and different. But I just went, you know, straight back, straight front, a very basic woven t-shirt, and I think it turned out wonderfully. I'm gonna wear this so much this summer. And look at that fabric, the fabric's gorgeous. I finished off the neckline with a bias facing, which is in the pattern. And I think I also did the hem, didn't I? Yes, I also did the hem with the bias tape as well. I had quite a bit of bias tape left over, actually. I cut quite a bit just to use up all the rest of the yardage and have a lot wrapped on a little card. So yeah, so you'll probably see more of this fabric and the hems and necklines and armholes in the future. But yeah, a really great top. Love this one. Okay, we'll do this one last because you guys have already seen this one. All right, the next shirt is the second version that I did of the Cashmere Vernon shirt. So you guys saw my first one, let's see, on Friday, I think, that I did in the Lady McElroy. It's kind of the more straight version, but it does have a beautiful sleeve that gets gathered into the thinner cuff. I did the other options on this one, with the exception of the pointy collar. I just wasn't sure how that was going to look. I have a short neck and I don't like too much going around my neck. But I did do the hidden button placket on this one. I played with the stripes. I did the lantern sleeve, so I have kind of more of a statement sleeve, and I switched my stripe placement. So I cut the bottom part of this lantern sleeve cross grain. Let's see what else. I cut the yoke on the bias for something kind of fun. I love playing with stripe. This is a warp and weft fabric, which is a beautiful shirting. It's 44 inches or 45 inches wide, and I think I had 3 yards of it, which was just enough for this. And I do have leftover, because I made bias tape for the hems on this one as well. I finished my hems off a little different than the way that the pattern has you do it. Not a lot, but a little bit. So I've got my bias tape there. We've got bias continuous lap plackets on this one. This shirt version does have the thicker cuffs. And you know, I'm sure you could use the thicker cuffs on the other shirt that just gets gathered into it, knowing that it would obviously lengthen the sleeve length a little bit. I shortened the sleeve length by an inch, shortened the body by an inch. Other than that, everything, it's a size 10, graded to a 12, back to a 10. So I just grade through it to a 12 right at the waist, and that is the same size that I used for this one. Sorry, I didn't say that. I also shortened this by an inch, but that's the only adjustment I made to this one. So size 10, graded to a 12 at the waist, back to a 10 at the hip, shortened the body and the sleeves of this one by an inch, just shortened the body of this one by an inch. And it's pretty fun. Yeah, I mean, this is an orange. It's gonna get worn a ton this summer. This is a pretty lightweight cotton. It is cotton. These stripes are woven in, so everything stayed on grain, nice and neat. The hidden button placket was this one's a little bit tricky. I feel like I have done some that were a little easier in the past, but it worked all in the end. So yeah, feeling good about that. So yeah, another Vernon. It's a great shirt pattern. I'm really enjoying both of these versions. Okay, and then my final thing, which is actually the first thing I made, is my Itch to Stitch Lamont top. You guys have seen this. I was a pattern tester for this one. This is a silk cotton voile, and it just works beautifully for this pattern. I've had questions on this. This is not cut on the bias. The fabric actually is on the diagonal. I know that it looks, the sleeve panel, parts of it are on the bias, the way it like wraps around to then go around your body. So this is actually on the straight of grain. Parts of this are on the bias, just the way that it wraps around. So I thought that was maybe kind of confusing, but that's just the pattern that was on there. But yeah, just in my warm colors, and this is gonna be beautiful for summer, and you guys have seen this. I'll pop a link up to that video up there if you are interested in hearing more of the details of the Lamont, but it's the size 8 with the full bust front, and I shortened the body by an inch, so, which is common for the Itch to Stitch patterns. So there you have it. These are my 4 makes. I don't usually have that many fabrics, but I was able to spend my $50 gift voucher wisely and have 4 beautiful tops, 3 of which I will wear all summer, 1 of which my daughter will make. So, all in all, a very successful May with Destashify. When is it not? Okay, let me show you what I've grabbed. I've grabbed 1 thing for myself and 1 thing for my daughter. We'll start with me. Guys, look at this fabric. This is... this may be a blend, but it's definitely a cotton sateen. But look at this fabric. It's a very large print, obviously. I am going to make myself a cashmerette Upton with this. Isn't it beautiful? It's so fun. And the sateen has a lot of body in it. I actually like showing you guys fabrics this way. I can really stretch it out. You know, it's got my colors in it. There is a hot pink that's not in my colors, but the rest of them are pretty close to being my colors. And I don't know, I can't remember how much I have of this. I think I've got over 2 yards. I don't know, maybe 2.5. And it's wide. But I am going to do an Upton, and I may, if I have enough fabric, I'm gonna have this hit like, I think right at my knee, right above my knee. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do midi, but maybe. I'm gonna make it sleeveless. I think I'm going to do, I have the Cashmere Upton with the expansion pack, and I also have their pattern of the month in April was the Gilmore skirt, which is just a circle skirt, but it also works with the Upton bodices. So what I'm thinking I'm gonna do is the V-neck front, I think, maybe scoop, a higher back so I can comfortably wear a bra, sleeveless, and I love to do the Gilmore skirt on the bottom of that, so the circle skirt. Now, do I have an occasion? I mean, this is gonna be like a party dress. Do I have an occasion to wear this? Nope. But you know what? I sew, and sometimes I want to make myself pretty party dresses that will just come up with an event for me to wear said pretty party dress. So the fabric was so beautiful and so happy and bright, and I don't know, maybe I'll get invited to a wedding soon. Hopefully my cousin gets married soon, although I want to use that silk gazar that I bought from Destashify a month or 2 ago for that one, but you know, maybe someone will have a good party. But yeah, I'm going to make myself a cashmere Upton with this. So where I can go to it. If any of my friends are out there, have a party so I can have a pretty party dress to wear that too. But yeah, I just couldn't turn it down. So I sew. If I want to make myself a pretty party dress, then I'll have it for next time I'm invited to go somewhere. So that is the first one. And then the second one is this, gosh, I can't remember how much I have of this either. Just this gray stretch denim. And this is my daughter's like best dark neutral. It's this gray color. And it's got stretch. It's got a good amount of stretch in there. So this is what we're thinking. I bought for her, and I think I mentioned this, gosh, in a video not that long ago. I bought the 3 newest Deer and Doe patterns because Deer and Doe works really well on her figure. It fits her really well. And one of the patterns is a shacket pattern, but it comes cropped. You have a cropped shacket, and I think she would love a cropped shacket, and it would be great in this color. I thought about doing it in the purple wool denim I have, but I think she also wants a romper type one piece, so that may get used for a romper this summer. But because I was thinking the cropped shacket, I can't remember the name of the pattern, but I'll pop it up here. The cropped shacket in this would be perfection. I think she would wear it a lot. And then for, I think I'm gonna have plenty to do a couple of things. I thought we could either do maybe short overalls. I'm not sure what pattern yet, although Merchant & Mills has a really interesting pattern. And I would use this one, I think. I've got a pattern from Fiber Mood that I bought for her for full length overalls. And I would maybe just shorten those into like short overalls. So that would be really cute. Or just do a pair of jean shorts. It would kind of depend on how much I have, but definitely the shacket. So I think I'll definitely get 2 things out of this. Whether it will be shacket and a pair of Megan Nielsen Dawn shorts, or if it will be a shacket and the overalls. I can't remember the names of either of those patterns. I will pop it up here. So I just thought this is a great denim neutral for her. It's something a little different, and I think she would get a lot of wear out of both of those. So I snatched that fabric up, and again, it's got some nice stretch in it. I think would just make it really, really comfortable. So I'm excited to get those made up in June to show you guys then. Also, with Destashify, as a reminder, I do get a $50 gift card every month that I can use, or how I see fit, to make up things in exchange for just talking about it on the channel. But go have a look. She has just moved into new offices, and I think she showed a picture on Instagram of the boxes of stuff that have been donated that'll be going up at thrift store prices. Not to mention how many people are now putting their own stuff up, which I'm going to talk about that here in just a second as well. But definitely check. She had posted a kind of a coppery colored tinsel twill on on Facebook. She'll do that occasionally, like, oh, this is just new in on the shop. And before I could even get over there to look at it, it was gone. So you need to, and I would have loved to grab that. So definitely just, when you have some time, it's fun to go over there and just kind of scroll and check because there's new stuff going up all the time. That being said, Kathleen Barron reached out to me via email, and she has started her own shop on Destashify in conjunction with a nonprofit that she works with in her hometown. So as that nonprofit is receiving all of the things from people that I think they run a thrift shop, anything that is craft and fabric related, she's putting on Destashify. So all the funds for that are going right back into that nonprofit. I can't remember the name of the nonprofit. I'll list it here right now, but I'll link her Destashify shop in the description box. So I just thought that was really cool that you're getting a great deal on buying, the thrifted fabric, but also all those, it'd be like shopping from a thrift store for a nonprofit organization, if that makes sense. So everything that she makes from that goes right back into the nonprofit that she volunteers for. So I thought that was really cool. Also, I'm hoping June, probably July. I've got a lot of behind the scenes stuff going on for Tomcat Stitchery. It'll be worth it, I promise. But I am going to do a video on setting up my own selling shop. I'm hiring some teenagers to help me get all that figured out and up onto my own little Destashify shop. So stay tuned for that, but I'll be walking you guys through the process on how I'm gonna, because I have, you know, we'll figure this out together. Also, I'm gonna bring Carrie on the channel just as like a little interview at some point, maybe have a little giveaway, and just listening to her talk about the shop, why she started Destashify and all that kind of stuff. So that will be coming up this summer as well. So as always, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button on the channel so you don't miss any of the wonderful things that are coming up. Also coming up in short term, I'm going to be talking, let's see, Sunday will be my last Me Made May roundup, even though we have a couple more days of May left after that. But I am going to do a roundup video on kind of my thoughts on Me Made May, what I kind of learned, a little bit about my spring capsule wardrobe, and just, you know, some thoughts and stuff about that will be coming up. We've got an exciting re-release coming up on Friday this week. I'm not sure what Friday's video is going to be quite yet. I have a few different things that I'm kind of going through. I've got a sew the look that I'm kind of thinking about. So yeah, I'm just kind of seeing what I have time for and where that kind of falls. But we've got that also coming up soon on the channel. Okay, I think that's everything. Oh, and then I have a little, this is all coming back to me. I was answering comments today and someone's like, did you say something about a baby announcement? And I'm like, what? A baby announcement? But this is what I was talking about. I have a small little baby announcement, not meaning an announcement that someone's pregnant or having a baby, but meaning a small announcement. I could see where that would be confusing. It just triggered as I'm filming this what she was talking about. Okay, yeah, that shop is long closed for me. But I have a small announcement to make on the channel regarding Tomcat Stitchery that I think will be coming up here very soon, beginning of June, that will then parlay into a larger announcement beginning of July. So, doing some work on the channel behind the scenes, some other things that I'm wanting to kind of roll out and expand the community here at Tomcat Stitchery. Nothing is changing on the channel at all, nothing at all. I'm just gonna be adding a couple of things. And it's not Patreon. So I'm not starting a Patreon account, but I am going to be doing a couple of things. So is that enough of a teaser? No one's pregnant though. And now I'm seeing where that came from and how that wording could be confusing. So let's just put rumors at ease. Okay. So that's all I now have for today. But yes, I have a couple of one smaller announcement, one bigger announcement coming up here soon. So make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Just got some fun and exciting things that I think, some things that have been asked for and that sort of stuff coming up. So very exciting. That's all I have. I will see you guys next time. Have a wonderful Tuesday. Get some sewing in, and I'll see you next time. Bye.